This topic is near and dear to my heart because I'm 61, and 2 years ago now, basically I knew nothing about HIV and AIDS. I didn't have any reason to, or so I thought. I was in a 35-year marriage when it became clear everything wasn't as it seemed. But going through this personal journey, I've learned a few things that I believe all older women should know. And you can decide what older means yourself. I won't begin to make a judgment on your relationships or marriage, but getting an HIV test or even an at-home one isn't a bad idea. One of my passions is to encourage the medical field to test more often, or at least offer it as an option when someone has an illness they just cannot figure out. The CDC now recommends that all people aged 13 to 64 are routinely screened for HIV in all healthcare settings. This is not happening. I was sick for years longer than I should have been and came closer to death than I could ever have imagined. Healthcare and social service providers need to recognize their aging patients and clients at risk for getting HIV. Providers also need to ask older women about their sexual and drug histories. As uncomfortable as this may be, a doctor can't help without you being truthful. But as a Christian woman, I don't know if I would have had the test or not if it was suggested. Although when you're desperately sick, you'll try just about anything. Offering an HIV test every year or every 5 years or whatever with an annual physical should be a real thing. I talked to my family doctor who has apologized that she never had me tested for HIV. I was sick for several years. I just didn't look like the normal picture of HIV, but here I am. I don't know what routinely means, but I know I had never been tested for HIV before the diagnosis that shattered my world. And the only reason I found out was from a life insurance application that was denied. When an older woman has flu-like symptoms, many healthcare providers don't think to test for HIV. This means that older women are often not diagnosed with the virus until they have reached a more advanced stage of HIV disease. And this is my story. As far as you older women, some of you may be getting divorced or your spouse has passed away. The world is a big, scary place for dating. I get it. I don't even know what dating looks like for me with this diagnosis. Us women often don't believe we need protection if we're going to engage in sexual activities. We believe we can't get pregnant, so what's the big deal? The big deal is there are still sexually transmitted diseases you can get, and you really don't know where your sexual partner has been his entire life. It's possible that nothing is as it seems, and the best way to keep bad things from happening is to use protection. Or if your faith guides you, don't have sex before remarrying. I know. This is just my personal opinion, and I wouldn't want to put my values and morals onto you. But being careful about your body is never a bad idea. The empty nest syndrome is a real thing, and these years should be your best. I'm pretty sure we all want to feel the best we can as we figure out what life looks like in our 50s, our 60s, our 70s, and on up. I just know that I will approach romantic relationships a whole lot differently than I did in my 20s. The CDC recommends that all healthcare providers encourage their patients and potential sexual partners to be tested for HIV before starting a new sexual relationship. This may include an uncomfortable conversation with a new partner. I believe anyone who wants to be in a relationship with me should respect the health of both of us. As with any age, HIV can make you feel invisible and isolated. The urge to keep your status hidden from friends and family is strong. This is the reason I started this channel, to be the voice for older women and to give courage to anyone who might be in my situation. You're not broken and your life is not over. As always, I'm sending hope and much love to each of you.